Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duos, multi-chromes, duochromes, palettes, blushes, highlighter, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitters. And today we are going to be doing our purchaser pass video. So this is a video talking about things that we might be interested in, things that we're going to pass over in terms of new releases. This type of video was started and popularized by Samantha March, so I'll leave her information as well as the information for the creators that I reference down below in the description box. With that all being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have a lot of things to talk about this week, and then just so that you know, next week we're going to be skipping the purchaser pass video, and I will come back in 2 weeks to do another one. So next week there will be no purchaser pass, but I'm going to try to film a different video to put up that day because I just have a lot of things that I want to put out content wise, and I don't want to keep delaying it any longer. So next week we'll have a couple other interesting things to take a look at. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Be Perfect Cosmetics is releasing a face palette, and this is the Perfect Storm palette. It looks like it has a highlighter, a blush, a bronzer, and it's kind of hard to tell with this. I guess it's supposed to be two highlighters. One is like a matte highlighter powder, and then the other one's like a true like highlighter. I don't need this. I'm not going to be picking it up. I don't really care for the shade range, and I'm not really understanding, like, there's only two palettes, so it's like they wanted to make a diverse shade range, but then they just kind of fell short, so I'm not going to be picking this one up. Inglot Cosmetics is releasing 6-pan palettes, and it looks like I think there's 8 different ones. They're all pretty generic color stories that we have probably a million times over in our collection. And if I understand correctly, Inglot's pretty expensive. Yeah, these are 40 Australian dollars, which I think is going to be more than 40 American dollars. So that's going to be a big pass for me. All right. This one, I wanted to include Makeup Just for Fun's swatch picture for these because I just thought her picture was so pretty. This is the mini palettes that Colourpop is releasing. There's 5-pan palettes. They are $10 each, or there's a bundle on their site I think for like $47. But they have kind of like a coral pinky story, a bright pink color story, a purple, a blue, and then kind of a greenish yellow color story. I'm definitely really drawn to these. I think the green and yellow one, the blue one, and the purple one really draw me into the point where like I would almost put them into my cart. However, I feel like with all of the Colourpop 9-pan monochromatics that I have, I probably don't need this because I feel like it would be a bit redundant in my collection. So I'm going to skip over them, but it's like difficult to resist skipping over them, if that makes sense. Alright, the next thing is Haus Labs is doing the PhD lip oil. They're $24. Are you kidding me? Okay, first of all, Haus Labs needs to chill. Second of all, these things are like, they look like they're about this big. So I don't know where you come off charging $24 for this. Like, you're not Gucci. But there's 5 different shades, but they're all going to basically just turn like that pH balancing pink color on you, which on my skin tone tends to pull a very bright pink, which I don't always find very flattering. So I will be skipping over all of those because they're pH. NYX is releasing a Bare With Me Luminous Skin Serum, which appears to be like a drop tint moisturizer kind of thing. It looks really nice. I definitely would like to try it. I think it's around $17 though, which is pretty pricey. So I'll probably wait until there's like a sale or something at NYX or at Ulta where it's like buy one get one or something. That way I can kind of get a little bit of like money off the total. Kajal Beauty is releasing a new sponge, and it's a heart-shaped sponge. It's $12. It looks very cute. I'm not sure the utility of a heart-shaped sponge though, because I don't think you could use like the two heart, like, I don't think you could use the two little heart pieces on the top. The point at the bottom doesn't look pointy enough to like get into any like fine areas or like smaller areas. So I think you're basically just using like the center of the heart front and back, which is fine, but I think it's cute. I just don't think it's very useful, so I'll be passing over that one as well. Maven Beauty is releasing basic eyeshadow quads. I'm not a big fan of quads. I feel like they're just kind of limiting. Like, I only see like 1 or 2 looks that I can do with them, and then I feel kind of stuck by them. So I'll be passing over these. They're $19 each though, so I guess if you are in the hunt, if you are on the hunt for warm toned neutrals and don't already have some in your collection, these might be for you. Bobbi Brown is releasing the Glowing Pink collection inspired by their best-selling highlighter shade Pink Glow, and it looks like they're going to have highlighters, they're going to have an eyeshadow quad, they're going to have some lip products which appear to be like maybe a pH lip balm kind of thing, a cleansing oil. It all looks really pretty, but I'll probably pass over it because I'm not like super attached to Bobbi Brown, and for the price, like I feel like I could find better stuff. Alright. Peachy Cosmetics is coming out with a blush palette and brushes. The brushes look like little wine glasses, and then the blush palette is a wine tasting blush palette. It looks to have a couple of really pretty like blush tones in it, one of which is like an orange blush, which I'm like really craving / into the idea of orange blush recently, so that's like a thing that I'm trying to deal with emotionally, since the one orange tone blush I want is nowhere to be found in any store. But yeah, I mean, it's cute, but the other 2 of the other blushes are very, very pink toned in that one, so I'm probably going to pass over it because I just don't think I need the pink toned blush. Alright, Sephora Rouge members and VIB I think also can get access to this Sephora Favorites Luxe kit. It's $25 and it has 6 samples in it. One of the samples is the La Mer moisturizer, which I really like, and one of the other ones is the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb perfume, which I enjoy. There's the Hourglass mascara, which is really nice. So there's some really nice samples in there. If that's something that you haven't tried out yet, that might be a great way to try it and not have to pay like too much. Although the downside is, if you decide you really like it, you're going to pay a lot to get a refill. Alright, Hallberg Cosmetics is releasing a new palette called the Dream Palette, and oh, I'm sorry, no, it's called the Color Palette, but it's considered Hallberg's Dream Palette, and it's basically a rainbow palette. I do think that it is very pretty, and I would hope that these shades are super pigmented because they look very pigmented in the pan, but I do have a lot of rainbow palettes already, so I don't think I need to pick this one up, especially because I know Hallberg tends to be pretty pricey. Right, Jo Malone is releasing 5 new fragrances that are inspired by like jellies basically. So they have a elderflower cordial, a rose blush, tangy rhubarb, orange peel, and blackberry bay. These sound delightful. I would probably like the elderflower because it is gooseberry, elderflower, and dried fruits are the keynotes. The tangy rhubarb is rhubarb, orange, and cedarwood I would probably like. There's an orange peel, which is orange peel, orange bi grade, and cashmere wood also sounds very good. And then the blackberry bay is blackberry, bay leaves, and cedarwood. I think those all sound so lovely, but $74 for a 1 ounce bottle is super pricey. Jo Malone is always super pricey, so I'll probably pass over all of these. Some people are saying that they really like the packaging. I think the packaging looks very generic and weird. So the packaging is not like super exciting to me. But I do think that it's such a cool concept. I love the idea of it. I just don't love the price. Alright, Trixie Cosmetics is doing another release. This is the Bottle Blonde collection, and it has a 12-pan eyeshadow palette for $48, lip glosses for $16, there's an accessory pack for $16, a hand mirror for $26, you can get the whole box for $150, there's a scrunchie set for $10, and then there's sweatshirts that are $50. I think Trixie Cosmetics does a lot of merch type things, like the stickers and the patches and stuff. Like, I don't really need all of that from a makeup brand, so like I'm not going to pay for those things. If they come in a box, like whatever, but I'm not paying for those things. The palette itself is cute, but I feel like I already have these shades in some of my other palettes, so I'm not sure that I need to like run right out and spend $48 to pick this particular palette up, so I'll be passing over this one. Ellie is releasing another fragrance. This is the Diamond Pink Pepper fragrance, and it has pink pepper, bergamot, royal lily, saffron, Bulgarian rose, rose centifolia, magnolia, vanilla orchid, sandalwood, patchouli, sensual musk, and amber. $138 for a 100 ml bottle, or you can get a 10 ml bottle for $27, 50 ml bottle for $100. Most of that sounds really good, but I know that when there are fragrances that have patchouli in them, I tend not to like the smell. I think the patchouli kind of overtakes everything else in the fragrance, so I'll be passing over that one. It never fails. My battery died again during this video. So, camera's probably in a slightly different position. That's okay. We are talking about the Marilyn Monroe Besame Cosmetics collection. I think this collection is really, really pretty. It reminds me a lot of my grandmother, who passed away back in 2017, actually the week after I got married. So there's a part of me that wants to purchase it just for that sort of like nostalgia, that I think this would be like the makeup that she would really be drawn to. But I'm not sure that I necessarily need anything from this collection. The items themselves look very, very pretty. There's it looks like 3 different lip colors. Actually, the one lip color looks really, really pretty. There's a powder compact, which I don't really use setting powder like that, so I don't need it. And then there's an eyeshadow quad. Again, looks very, very pretty. What I'm drawn to the most is actually the setting powder packaging. I think that's the thing that really makes me think of my grandmother the most, but I truly don't need it. I don't use setting powder. There'd be no reason for me to have it other than to remember her by, and I have so many other good memories of her that I don't need this product to do that. But it was definitely very like eye-catching and really just gave me like some fond memories to think back on. Alright, Ellie Cosmetics is releasing the Hey Hey Vacay eyeshadow palettes. They have one that actually reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Wild West palettes. The one with the kind of third row is all like teal aqua shades. And then they have one where the bottom left part of the palette is like green tones. And oh, that speaks to me. Oh, it speaks to me so hard because I have been like lusting after like grungy green, olivey, khaki, camo-y kind of colors. So I'm tempted. I'm very, very tempted. If you guys would like to see a video on that, definitely let me know in a comment down below, because I'll be rationalizing the hell out of going and buying that palette. Alright, Base Blue Cosmetics is releasing, these look like what kind of lippies are these? Liquid lipsticks. They are $36 each, which I think is very expensive for a brand I've not heard of before. Looks like there's 4 different shades, but they have this really intricate like angel with like oversized wings over top of the actual lippy, and I think that that's really cool, but I think it would be a storage nightmare, so I'll be passing over that, but I did think it was cool enough I wanted to make mention of it. Next thing to talk about is the Ofra Cosmetics Mother Earth highlighter. This is a limited edition duochrome highlighter that reflects from mint to pink, and it's going to be $35. Originally I was like, why? But then the more I thought about it and the more I saw it, the more I was like, and the Makeup Monster one. So I did go ahead and place an order for this, as well as the Milk and Cookies highlighter. That was the Steph Toms collab. I don't know Steph Toms, I don't watch her content, but I thought her highlighter was very, very pretty, and Maven Beauty talked that highlighter up very well and said that it worked really nicely on her skin, which she's pretty fair. So I decided to go ahead and get it and give it a try. Very excited to give those highlighters a try. I'll definitely be doing a video once I get them in stock, or into my collection. Not in stock, I'm not a store. About Face from Halsey's brand is releasing some more products. They have 4 new, it looks like liquid eyeshadows, and then 4 new lip glosses. I have not seen anything from this brand that really like draws me in enough to make a purchase from this brand. I think the sort of chartreuse color and the aqua blue look very, very pretty for the cream eyeshadows, but I don't tend to do like a one and done matte cream eyeshadow look, so I'll probably skip over all of that because I just don't think I really need it, and they're $24 each, so kind of pricey for what they are, I think. Alright, Glossier is doing a plant-powered deep clean cleanser. It's supposed to exfoliate, clarify, and re-energize the skin in 60 seconds, and it'll be $20. That's pretty. I don't think I'll pick this one up because I feel like I have so many other cleansers I'm trying to work through right now, but I do think that it's a cool concept, and the price is pretty reasonable, so maybe in the future I would pick that one up when I run out of my current supply. Alright, Jaclyn Cosmetics is releasing a bunch of crap. Let's see here. She has the Prep and Set collection. A hydrating under eye primer for $24, a Bake and Brighten under eye powder for $29, an all brightening and setting palette for $39, and a translucent setting powder for $29. I think all of that is very expensive for what you're getting. I'm not drawn to any of this stuff. I do like the fact that it looks like for the face brightening palette that they have 3 different ones. So if you are lighter, medium, or deeper, you'll have ones that would maybe fit your complexion a little bit more, although the deep toned one appears to just be orange. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work out, but interesting concept. Alright, Fluoresces Official is a new beauty brand. Angelica Niquist did a video about them already, but I saw some of their palettes and the embossing in the palettes is so pretty. I just wanted to like show the pictures of this. I have never seen more intricate embossings in palettes in my life. It kind of reminds me of like the old Anna Sui things, but this is like really, really fancy looking. Yeah, I don't know that I would necessarily pick any of these up because I think I'd be too afraid to use them. I would just want to like keep them nice and perfect forever. But I do think that they look really, really pretty. Impress Me Official is releasing the New Skin palette, which appears to be kind of a warm toned neutral palette. 24 shades, 14 mattes, 10 shimmers, no glitters. And it's going to be available in May. I think the concept of doing the little puzzle pieces is pretty cool because you don't often see that as like an option for the eyeshadow palette pans. So I think that that's a cool concept. I don't really need any more warm toned neutral palettes though, so I'll be passing over this, but I wanted to show it to you guys because I think it looks really cool. Alright, Anastasia Beverly Hills is releasing these summer inspired face palettes, which appear to be 3 different shades, and they each have a blush, bronzer, highlight, so kind of like the little Tarte travel palettes that they used to do. I think this is really cool, and I like the fact that they're doing multiple shades so that, you know, hopefully people of a variety of different skin tones could use these products. I don't see a price, so I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what the price would be for these, but it's an interesting concept. I think it's kind of cool. Alright, Muse Beauty released their new spring launch, which is Revel in Rococo, and they have some matte liquid eyeshadows, they have an eyeshadow palette, and then they have some blush duos, which the blush duos are like screaming my name because they are orange blushes, and I'm apparently on the quest for orange blush. The palette is very pretty, it's very pastel. They said if you liked their Les Jardins palette but you missed it, that you'd want to look out for this palette because it would be kind of similar. And I can see where some of the shades are kind of similar to the Les Jardins palette, but I still think I liked that one better. So I probably won't pick this one up because I think I would have liked the other one better. And I'll just have to keep waiting to see what else they release. Alright, and then this, oh my gosh, this is the thing I'm the most excited for this week. This is the Menagerie Cosmetics and Annette's Makeup Corner collab, and she is doing the Serenity palette. It is this gorgeous 12-pan color story, super bright, super vibrant, super interesting. I already want it so badly. My understanding is that they only made 400 of these palettes, and they're planning to make more, but they have not gotten close to making them yet, so I hope I can get one. I probably won't. I was not lucky enough to get one of the It's Freaking Bats palettes, so I had to wait a while for that one. And I think they chose probably not to do a pre-order for this because of what happened with that Shroud pre-order. Was like a circus. But I kind of wish they would have, so I could just get my place in line and know that it's coming at some point, because I hate having to try to like catch restocks and like, yeah, I hate that, but I'll do it. I'll do it for that palette. Alright, Moira Cosmetics is releasing the Lavish Pressed Finishing Powder, which is a blurring and perfecting powder to leave the skin looking flawless and smooth. It looks like they do have a couple different shades, but I don't see on this post how many shades. Again, I don't really use finishing powders, so I'm probably not going to pick this up. I mean, I'm definitely not going to pick this up because I don't use finishing powder, but I do think it's cool that they're expanding their product range. And then Kaleidos is releasing the Flower Punk collection, which has a palette and 2 sets of lip clays, a blue agave lip mask, and more. It looks like there's 2 like boxes in the background that I'm not quite sure what those might be. Maybe some blushes or highlighters. I'm not sure. I know they said, oh my god, you guys, these hairs are getting in my face. I know they said in the past that they wanted to change their like contour palettes and stuff because they heard the feedback that they really didn't go deep enough. So I don't know if maybe they're planning to re-release that. I'm not really sure. But I'm very, very curious to see what all of this ends up being. So I will be keeping my eyes out. I want to see swatches. I want to see looks. I want to see everything with this palette. And I want to know the price. I don't see a price yet. And then Posh Culture Co. is doing the Color Me Africa palette. And it looks so pretty. It's got like a cool picture of like the continent of Africa on the front, and then the inside is a woman whose dress is made of the flags of different countries from within Africa. It looks like there's some kind of primary colors, some really bright vibrant colors. I think this is really pretty. I would be so excited to see looks with this palette. This is just a nice palette, and no pressed glitters. Very, very cool. And it's $20, so that's not bad. For a 9PM palette from an indie brand, I think that's a pretty decent price. And then the last thing to talk about is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Lightweight Loose Setting Powder, which is going to be a new product for them. It's supposed to minimize shine, smooth the skin, set your makeup, and it's going to be $33. Again, I just don't use setting powders like this, so I really don't think I need it. And so I won't be picking it up, but I did hear that the All-Nighter Face Primer is supposed to be really good. So if you're looking for something from that collection, that would be the thing that I would try, or the setting spray, because the setting spray is very good. I've tried that before. All right. Get the hair out of my face for the 100th time. With that being said, that is everything that I wanted to talk about in this week's Purchase or Pass. Remember, next week there is not going to be a Purchase or Pass video, but then I will pick up with them with the week after that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you go, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye!